Well, good morning, Interbet fans, and welcome to the Vaal race meeting Thursday, the 18th of February. And my how time flies, we're already on the 18th of February. And we have an 8-race program, 21 pentrometer, 10-meter false rail from the 800-meter mark. And as you saw from the Vaal on Tuesday, the horses that were up there are the horses that have got a chance. So I think that the draw is going to make a difference around the bend, and we've got a couple of really horrible races. You've got these maiden handicaps. Now, I had a discussion on Tuesday about the novice handicap, which was an absolute anomaly and a complete waste of time. And as you saw, you ended up with a situation where the first three horses, if it had been a novice plate at set weights, could never have won. And they won because of the weight advantage they got, but they won at big prices. Very hard to find these horses in these maiden handicaps and novice handicaps. So I'm totally against them. If you want to have a handicap, you've got handicaps, and most of the program is handicaps. Why make maidens, novices, graduations, progresses into handicap races? They're not handicap races. They're races that give the best horses a chance of going through. And a maiden handicap is an absolute anomaly, and I really don't like them. I think that they should have a very, very good look at how this program's set up. I don't think it does anyone any good to have horses come in with 53 4-year-olds, and we'll discuss it as we come to the race. But let's go into race one, which is 1:15, 1200 meter. It's a maiden plate, normal maiden plate. Now, the interesting part about this race is our man Stephen Moffat. He's got Deanna Glow, which is the second favourite, and gets a rider who's never ridden in a work riders race, Jason Aronsa. We don't know how he'll go, so that's a big problem, and he gets blinkers on it. So you'll find probably Jason really might not be able to judge a pace, and as a result, his other runner gets a very, very good rider indeed, and Gwanga, who I think is one of the best riders around. He's had 3 wins from 14 starts. He's useful, this guy. And this horse gets cheap pieces on and is a big price. It's 25-1. So I would think that might be certainly worth investing in your, certainly your place accumulate, your bipot and quartets and that you take in the first race. My top choice is Brett Weber's runner, number 16, Fascinada. I think the time was very good, ran a very nice first race behind Abadan, gets another very good rider, Tsitsito Matsule. He will go well on Fascinada, and I think that will run really well. The favourite in the race is Wisdom, who's been backed in from 7-1 to 3-1. Chama Mabaya for Fabian Habib. The stable is a betting stable, so you've got to respect the money. What else? Freezing Fast, definitely got a chance on his run to Battle Force, his last run. So it got some form. And Just As Rich, I think, was a big improver in this race, now going the 1200 meters. So, tough start. And it doesn't get any easier. Maiden Plate, fillies and mares, they go 1200 meters, race 2. Well, Future Lady does look like the business. She's shortened in the betting, and she certainly looks like she's going to be very hard to beat. But there are a couple of interesting horses here. Lucy in the Sky was the first one I saw. Brett Weber's runner here. Ran on well with Muzi. Gets Muzi again, and that's a big plus. Broadway Babe's got very good form, Brett Weber's other runner, so quite interesting. These smaller stables have got 2 runners in a race, and I think that you've got to have a very close look at how the betting pans out. Sabrina Fairchild might need the run. It's ran one very good race behind Lagertha, and therefore comes into the race with some sort of chance. And Beto and Bride and Bat Out of Hell both come into the race with good chances. Bat Out of Hell, 2 very, very nice runs, and nothing to think that she won't be very, very close in this race. So she might be the top choice, but as I say, it's quite open. Race 3, Maiden Handicap. Here we come, the beautiful handicap. So we go through the weights, and the horse that immediately caught my eye was a 4-year-old Wishaner. She's at her best over 2,000 meters. She's 20-1. She should not be 20-1 on the weights. And she gets a decent rider in Danielson. Raymond's got to get out of his coma. and he's got a couple of nice rides today, but he's going to have to be awake. And draw one, I would think, would suit Wishaner right down to the ground. Electric Boots, the 3-year-old's got to give 5.5 kilos to the 4-year-old, but gets the blinkers. So how much that might improve it, we don't know. Irish Willow's your favorite at 8 to 10. There's absolutely no value in this filly. She might win, but firstly she's got to stay the 2,000 meters and she's got to give weight all around. What else? Mirren would go better over the distance. Warren Kennedy, that's number 3. Wedding Bliss gets Stratum again. So the top 4 horses in number of order are all 3-year-olds. They've got to give weight to the 4-year-olds. Perfect Passion, she does seem better at turf and team Perfect Passion, and as a result she's got a big problem. But if you look at Perfect Passion or Wishaner getting 3 kilos from Perfect Passion, got to be a very, very big runner. Grace Lou could be a runner too, 52.5 on its back. And a run behind Chanapod wasn't too bad. So, Philip Labuschkachling, I think he knows what he's doing. So I would have a very close look at that one as well. Race 4 is another maiden handicap, 2,000 meters. Soldier's Song, the 4-year-old, got top weight off a merit rating of 64. Fast Draw gets a kilo. He's got to have a chance. Chase rides this again. Ignore his last start. His form behind that was very good. Royal Siege is there, always there or thereabouts. I think he needs his backside smacked, and Sherman Brown is the smacker, so that will suit him. Now, what else is there? Twin Turbo, 3rd run after arrest, drawn 16, gets Warren Kennedy. Big jockey up here. Have a close look at Twin Turbo. Rock, Paper, Scissors, drawn 15, Danielson. Raymond. Well, as I say, Raymond's a really, really good rider. But at some stages in his racing, he just looks like he's got no interest whatsoever. If he's sharp on his way, he's the same on the golf course. He wanders around hitting the ball beautifully, but he just looks like suddenly he might just be in half a coma, like a Perry coma. Oris Apollo's your favorite, Pierce Stratum, 3rd run after arrest, 3-year-old, 56.5 on his back. Got to have a big chance. His last run was very good, but Double Martini didn't do anything for the form. But I think that the Terry stable is very, very cold at the moment. Parallax might improve over the 2,000 and gets the cheek pieces. So another very difficult race. Mr. Blue Sky, who knows how good he is. He might improve at the weights too. These horses are all getting a bit of weight from the top weight. I think you've got to put in a number of horses. Race 5, merit rated 76, fillies and mares, 1,200 meters. Well, my top choice here is Too Fat to Fly. Gets the blinkers again, improved 3rd run after arrest. Lot to like about Too Fat to Fly. Chase Majan's ridden it as 2 starts. They've looked like they've been both warm-up runs. Now goes the 1,200 meters. They're both thousands. She's got 62 on her back, but she is far the best filly in this race. Persica, big problem. She could be the big danger. 1,200 suits her. She beat May Queen. That's very, very good form when she beat May Queen. But there's little between the two of them. And May Queen also runs in the race. Emerald Crest might be a big improver. Samonga Kamalo takes a ride, and if you have a look, you'll see that he rode Persica's last twice, but he does ride for Alec Laird. Madame Patrice, Brooklyn Bridge, Friar of Scotland, all got chances, but the find of the race is afternoon tea. Come back to 1,200 meters. Nathan Klink will give it a good ride. He's not a bad little rider, Nathan Klink, and I think this will go very well drawn on the outside fence. Should go very close. See you, Tiger, Malvern, both got some sort of chances. Kennedy jumps on Malvern. Right, let's go to race 6, Progress 1,200. This is a very good race. I know there are only 7 runners in this race, but a really, really classy race. And this will give you a very good idea of where horses are. MK's Pride got top form, top weight, 61. So have a look at Forever Mine, gets 3 kilos from MK's Pride, and was beaten by Malmoose last time. Now we know how good that form is. If you listened to my preview last Saturday, I made Malmoose absolutely the right horse. You had to be with him. You just had to ignore that run in Cape Town, which worked out. It was very lucky. Things work out sometimes with good guys. Al Mutana, I really like this horse. He's got 55 on his back. he could be the find of the race. He comes back to 1200. Remember, he beat Norbies, who won a group race by 4 lengths over 1200. This might be exactly what he's looking for, this horse. He seems to have been an enigma, but he's been gelded, and he might be the find. What are the rest? Well, Tropic Sun got good form. Tough race. Race 7, mirror rated 90, 1200 meters. And my top choice here is Sir Versant. Been gelded, lots of improvement expected. Kamala, this horse might be anything, and I think that where he's weighted, he's got to have a big chance. But the horse that he's got to beat is number 9, Written in Stone. This is very well weighted as well. Muzi gets a ride again. He ran second behind Holy Man. At the weight, should be able to beat Holy Man this time. Spanish Boy comes into the race with a very good chance, but it is second run after a rest. And Rock the Globe might be the best, or is the best horse in the race. He gets a 2.5 claim. If he's ready, he could go very well. So I think it's only those we need to look at there. Race 8, classified 1200. Another one. The find of the race is Into the Future. Been relocated to Borumbuters. This horse is better than its merit rating, and I think it could go very well. Muzi gets a ride on it for Borumbuters, number 3 on the card. What else is there? Leading Fast, Blinkers, big plus, but the Terry stable out of form, so you can't really go with that. Let's Talk, 12-1. Second run, looks like a big improver, and gets the Blinkers and the tongue tie and the 2.5 claim. Huge chance if he runs to his best form. Let's Talk. Then Fantasy Flower, the Blinkers might improve this one for Lucky Udlocus, number 16, Ryan Munger. Diamonds and Dust might be an improver. As you can see, one of those cards, not very inspiring, except for the one race has got some very nice horses running, but very difficult, and I expect the exotics to be humongous if you can catch him. From me, James Goodman, and the whole Interbet team, remember, bet with Interbet. You get the full payout, no nonsense. Whatever they quote, you get. You get the best prices on the exchange, and you get the total odds. No thought of reductions if you've had too much, you win too much off them. They pay you out. And you can withdraw the money immediately. The money goes straight into your account. This reflects the next day. Have a great day, and I'll be back with you on Saturday.